Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm David Lee. You probably know this if you're jumping on here live, or if you're not a follower here on my TikTok channel and you're jumping in here for the first time, let me know. Drop a comment below. Again, for those of you that may not know who I am, my name is David Lee. I am a trauma-informed polarity coach, which means what we do is we take the intersection between trauma healing through the primary modalities of internal family systems, polyvagal theory, and through somatic healing. And then we cross that with polarity, masculine and feminine energy, to realize an understanding of true transformative healing moving forward, to realize the most otherworldly relationships in your life. So I'm going to take a moment, let people jump in here. We are live. I'll be taking some questions here for the next several minutes. And whatever questions that you have about sex, intimacy, relationships, polarity, masculine, feminine energy, trauma, healing, anything and everything that is important to you when it comes to relationships, drop your question here or leave a comment. Want to connect with all of you. So if you've got some questions, I see people jumping in and joining in. I'm sitting here. Let me know where you're dropping in from. So Paige and I are based here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. So enjoying a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning here and jumping on to see all of you. So if you've got questions, go ahead and drop them in there. Good morning. Good to see you. We're from Illinois. Yeah, jump in here. Let me know where you're dropping in from. I always love to know on what part of the big, beautiful planet that those of you that are jumping in here. Iowa, Connecticut, Illinois. Fantastic. I'm originally from Missouri. Got any Missourians here? Go Chiefs, by the way. Good morning from California. Cali. That's right, Cali. NoCal or SoCal? Where are you from, Amber? Let me know. All right, we got some questions coming in. So best way to switch between feminine and masculine energy, home versus career. Fantastic question. All right, and by the way, if I miss your question because they go so quick, she says NoCal, by the way. Love NoCal. I'm good with NoCal. SoCal's okay, but I prefer NoCal. So she asks, how do we switch between feminine and masculine energy? What I'll say is the first imperative action that you must take, and this is what we share with our clients and we help them navigate through this process, but it's first to identify what your core energy is. And so we have this activity, we have this experience that we take our clients through for them to first identify what their core energy is. And when I say core energy, is the energy that you feel most home within. For women who gravitate toward their feminine energy, it is their body. For men who gravitate toward their dominant masculine energy, we're more in our head. And so to vacillate back and forth between the energetics is vastly important, and really, really, really important to understand that we have all four quadrants of energy. Every single soul on the planet has all four quadrants of energy. What I mean by that is we all possess, and by the way, energy, feminine, masculine energy has nothing to do with gender. Okay, I just want to make that point. So many folks are confused by that. So I have both masculine and feminine energy. Paige, my partner, has both feminine and masculine energy. We both have wounded and integrated feminine and masculine energy. So what's most important is to identify first what your core energy is, and then and we take our clients through this process of identifying all of the woundings, both within their masculine and their feminine energetics. So it's not a matter of vacillating back and forth or how do we get back and forth between them. It's where you feel most at home is where you reside most of the time. So often, and the vast majority of you out there are ladies who follow my TikTok channel, the vast majority of you ladies out there are far more in your masculine energy and you don't want to be there. I mean, I get countless comments all the time and I get it. So you've had to step into your masculine energy because perhaps there wasn't a dominant, forceful, strong, devoted, masculine presence in your life. And so when there is a gap, when there is a space, when there is a lack of healthy masculine energy to help lead, to help provide and protect, you step forward in your masculine. And so now you're trying to figure out, how do I soften? How do I surrender into my feminine energy once more, or perhaps for the first time? Which, by the way, a little plug here. For the ladies who are listening and watching right now, we have some introductory courses. We have a 7-day course and we have a 10-week course that we call Surrender. And Paige Stewart is the primary coach and teacher. She is my partner in love and life and business. And she has crafted and created this course, and I have my part in it too. So it is a bevy of videos, both self-led, and you get some personal one-on-one, or I should say not personal, group coaching access to us as well. So if you're interested in knowing more about those courses to really figure out what your feminine energy is really about and figure out what trauma healing is for you, check out those courses, and you can click on my bio link to get more information about that. So I hope that helps. It's not a matter of going back and forth between your energies. You will naturally, as you begin to heal your trauma, you will naturally begin to soften or become more strong in your masculine energy, depending on how you identify with your core energy. Okay, so we're going to jump back in. I'm going to grow back. Let's see. Can I get it in the best way? Okay. And let's see. Steph. Thank you, Steph. Can you talk about dating apps as a single female? Good, bad, and ugly. Thank you, Steph. Great question. So for those ladies, drop a comment below. For those ladies on the TikTok or gentlemen who are watching, let me know if you're in the dating space. And really, this is a message for everyone in any relationship, whether you're married, dating, divorced, pissed off. I get it. I understand. I've been in all those spaces. By the way, a little personal information for me. I've been married and divorced twice, and then spent 8+ years in the dating space, leveraging dating apps and all of that stuff for a long time, until I really began to understand what trauma healing and polarity was for me. And then I met the love of my life, Paige Stewart, who is an incredible follow, by the way. She's on TikTok as well, my partner in business and life and love. Go follow her right now. Go follow her. She's at Paige Stewart _, and you spell Stewart Stuart. Stuart. Paige Stewart _, I think is what her TikTok. And you can find our YouTube channel. And by the way, on the YouTube channel, Powerful Conversations with Paige and myself, called Conversations with David and Paige. It's a specific playlist on our Daring Deeply channel on YouTube. So go check that out. Dating apps, stay away from them. Dating apps, ladies and gentlemen, stay away from them. Do not get on them. Okay. And this is coming from a dude who used dating apps for years and years and years and years. Why not use dating apps? They are not aligned with a trauma-informed, healthy polarity relationship. Okay. Far too often, it, quote, forces the man into a more feminized role, and it forces the feminine more into her masculine or wounded masculine energy. So stay away from apps. The most powerful way in which to meet a future partner is organically. And how do we do that? You take care of you and you heal you first. When you're healing, you tend to gravitate towards spaces and places that make sense to you. Okay. You don't, and ladies, stop going to Home Depot to find a dude. Okay. You don't want to be there. Okay. So you're out of your energetic, you're out of your alignment, you're out of your body. You don't want to be there. So you go to places and spaces where you're comfortable. Okay. And the masculine man is looking for a woman, a feminine woman who is confident in who she is, not putting a mask on and going to Home Depot. All right, cool. Let's move on. Okay. Let's see. Viewers, keep it up. I love some of the comments. I love some of the disparaging comments. I just love it, and I receive you. So, of course, being someone on TikTok, you're going to get comments that are not always the kindest, right? And I receive everyone's perspective, because everyone's perspective and opinion matters. And I've said this before, and I've said this forever. Okay, whether I'm speaking in front of audiences of hundreds or thousands, or on here on TikTok, YouTube, whatever the case may be, everyone is welcome. I'm going to pause for a second. I want everyone to pay attention. If you're looking at something else, okay, if you're watching me, pay attention. Everyone is welcome on my TikTok channel. Everyone is welcome in my audiences. Everyone's perspective is welcome. Okay? Whether we agree or not, that's okay. One of our tenets here at Daring Deeply Coaching is be curious before critical. Be curious before critical. Okay? So I invite all of you, if there's something that bugs the shit out of you in life, if there's a person that bugs the shit out of you, if you are triggered by someone else's behavior, be curious before critical. Ask the question, why am I triggered? Why am I triggered? Not, oh, I'm triggered. Okay? Is ask the question, why? This is what we help our clients do, by the way, on a daily basis, is to ask the most powerful question ever, which is WHY. Why do I feel this way? Why is this person in my life? Why is this person triggering? Okay? So I welcome all comments and perspectives, because behind every disparaging comment, behind, quote, every hater, okay, is a person who is wounded and wants and needs attention for some reason. And I welcome everyone who is wounded, because, by the way, again, all of us are wounded. Every single one of us. We're all wounded. We all have unprocessed, unreleased trauma, which is really it's the grounding of our practice. It's the grounding of how we help and bring and help others heal through our coaching practice. So how do I remain, let's see, okay, next question. How do I remain in my feminine energy during the talking stage? First thing I'll say is begin to set a standard that is higher, ladies. I'm talking to you specifically right now. Stop being in the talking stage. And by the way, feminine women do not hang out. Okay? Your standards are higher, and I challenge you to have a higher standard. Now, obviously, when you begin to have a relationship, you are communicating. But it doesn't take that long for a masculine man to know who and what the fuck he wants. Okay? And begin to take initiative, step forward, and ask you out. A masculine man takes out a feminine woman. Okay? And he pays for it. All of it, every time. Okay? Every time. It's way that he shows that he is claiming his woman. And you may be thinking, whoa, I don't want to be claimed by a dude that I just met. Yes, you do. Okay? You want to know that he is focused on you in this moment. Now, it doesn't mean like you're getting married the next day, okay? But don't you want to know that he is claiming you, that he is devoted only to you? Because it is a masculine man that asks the right questions, pursues and claims a woman that he is interested in. He is not dilly-dallying around being a player, which, by the way, I've said this before on the TikTok channel. Being a player, the root word is play. And play is an inherently feminine energy. Okay, by the way, we all must play. We all must be little kids. Okay, but a man who is a player is rooted in his wounded feminine energy. And a wounded feminine energetic within a man comes across as, hey, you want to hang out? Hey, you want to come over? Hey, you want to just talk? Okay, it is not, and I'll repeat, it is not needy, and it is not bizarre, and it's not crazy for a feminine woman to know precisely where a relationship is going. Okay? When a man says, hey, can't we just hang out? Why do we have to define this? He is in his wounded feminine energy. Okay? Do you hear the passion? Okay? This is serious shit. This is what I'm talking about. It is so imperative, ladies, that you step forward and set a new standard for the men in your life. Whether you're dating or you've been married for 20 years, okay? You have got to set a new standard for you. Now, whether or not the man in your life steps up, that's his problem. That's his healing. That's his shit to deal with. Okay? Cool. All right. Let's see. Someone says, can you say hi to someone who has been trying to speak that you've been ignoring for months? Hi, whoever you are. Absolutely. Hello. Let's see. And by the way, ignoring, just know that there are a lot of folks who come over to my TikTok channel, and we have a lot of comments and we have a lot of questions. I try to get to as many as I can. What I will say is, if you want some direct access to both myself and Paige, enroll and register for our next free night of coaching. We are giving away 90 minutes on Zoom live February 6th, which is a week from this coming Monday. But you must register, and you can do that through my bio link. So if you want some direct access and ask a question directly to me about your situation, about your relationship, about trauma, about polarity, and also have Paige there as the feminine perspective, you must enroll. Join us live, 7 p.m. on Monday, February 6th. 7 p.m. Central here in the States. And you can register for that event through my bio link. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Maybe you should teach classes. Let's see. Wow, this is mind-blowing. I needed this. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate you. Appreciate your comment. Maybe you should teach classes with singles and that we can mingle after class. Yeah, I've had, it's a great question. I've had a number of people say, hey, could you set up a dating app to where we have high value, trauma-informed, polarized-informed, elevated, aligned men and women meet? It's a great question, and certainly it's needed. And what I will say is the workshop and the classes are fantastic. But again, the most powerful way in which to meet your future partner is organically. It is. And it's through your own healing. Okay? That's how you meet people that are aligned with you. Okay? The law of attraction is absolutely real, friends. Okay? You attract who you are. Okay? So when you come back and you say, where are all the good men at? Okay? Here's the harsh truth. You ready? Here's the dominant masculine speaking to you. Where are all the good men at? They're on the pathway of your healing. That's where they are, because they're not looking for someone who's like, where are all the good men at? All the quote good men who are integrated, who are healing, who are elevated, who are aligned, they are pursuing women who are healing, right? Who are in a pity party, who aren't going, woe is me, who aren't in victim mentality, okay? The women who are taking seriously their healing, and these are the women who seek us out for wisdom, perspective, coaching, direct support from Paige and I. These are the women who are seeing results, by the way. Okay, so there is some good stuff for you. Let's see. True, I stepped away, but I also know he will return healed. I have faith in us. It's good. Can you talk about silent treatment? I can talk about the silent treatment. I certainly can. The silent treatment is rooted in a scarcity mentality. It is rooted in a wounded feminine energetic, and we see it a lot coming from men who are in their wounded feminine. What's important to note about the silent treatment is it also exasperates and it also brings triggering to a woman who's been abandoned. Okay, because in essence, when a man leaves a woman and goes into the silent treatment, she's not really sure if he'll ever return. Right, ladies? Have you felt this before? Okay. So what's super important to understand the why behind that is that this is a wounded man wallowing in his wounded feminine energy. Okay. Because once upon a time, he was abandoned as well. Okay. So now we have a trauma bond existing. I talked about trauma bond on my TikTok yesterday, I believe it was. So remember, a trauma bond is when wounded parts of one person connect and bond to the wounded parts of another. That's not a relationship. And unfortunately, most marriages and most relationships are trauma bonds. They're not true bonds, okay, which I can talk about that forever. So the silent treatment, again, is a wounded feminine energy. And by the way, it's not just men and women. It's just not just men who do it, okay? Men do it a lot, right? But essentially, what the man is doing is separating himself and trying to, from a passive aggressive way, to say, hey, I'm hurt. Now, what the woman is experiencing is, oh my God, is he ever returning again? And remember, one of the core energetics that a woman must have and feel from her masculine man is safety and security. And when a man goes into the silent treatment, it jeopardizes that energetic, okay? All right. She's doing a lot of shadow work. Good stuff. Okay, I used to do that, but I stopped as I am healing. Good. If a man has a girlfriend and isn't happy, that person is pursuing me, what's the best move? If a man has a girlfriend, okay, listen to this. One of the grounded, prominent, masculine energies is devotion. Devotion. Okay? A masculine man is devoted to one woman. And he can only be devoted to one woman when he is devoted to who? Ladies and gentlemen, pop quiz. Those of you that follow me, you know what I'm going to say. Okay? A masculine man is devoted to one woman because he's first devoted to himself. Because he's healing, because he's seeking transformation and growth and pursuits and purpose. Okay. By the way, ladies, if you are in the dating space, you certainly want to identify and connect with a man. You want to draw a man who has purpose. Okay? Because grown-ass men, okay, do not have potential. They have purpose. Write that down. Write that down. Grown-ass men do not have potential. They have purpose. And they're already moving forward. And you are there to share with them their purpose. Okay? Along with them supporting your purpose. Okay. Woman using the cold shoulder to process her feelings. Drives him nuts. Wait a minute, I want to see this. This is good. Drives him nuts, and then I need time to process. This is a fantastic expression. A woman using the cold shoulder. The cold shoulder is another form of silent treatment. So what I will say about this is, and write this down, you ready? The masculine needs space. The feminine needs time. The masculine needs space. The feminine needs time. This is why when couples are in conflict, there's so much more additional conflict potentially, because the feminine needs time to process. The masculine needs space, right? We get into our car, we drive around the block one time, we calm down, so to speak, although not really, that's really a bypassing strategy. We come back after spending, I don't know, 30 minutes, maybe 5 minutes driving around the block. We come back and we're like, okay, I'm ready to solve this, woman, right? And she's like, oh no, I need time. So gentlemen who are watching me live right now, she needs time. Okay, that is feminine. The masculine needs space. Okay, and we must honor both of those. Okay, so when Paige and I are in conflict, I know she needs more time than I do to process offline. And by the way, it's the masculine's responsibility to be leading the conflict resolution. I'm going to say that again. It is the masculine man's responsibility to lead conflict resolution because he's supposed to be leading the entirety of the relationship. Okay? And it's my responsibility to step into my healing feminine energy to be patient for Paige to process on her time and then to continue to lead. Step in, have touch points, check in on her to see how she's doing. What does she need from me as the masculine to then step back into and find essentially resolution. All right, I'm always called my husband roadkill because he would run you over and keep going. Silent treatment. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. And I know that's a really, really tough place to be. Keep following, keep integrating what we're teaching here. Join us on our master classes. And remember, your healing is the most important because we cannot control what our partner is doing or not doing. Let's see. I'm going to stay on here for just a few more minutes right here at the bottom of the hour. And then I'm going to jump off. So I'm going to grab a couple more questions. Thanks for being here, all of y'all. We have a ton of people here live. This is fantastic. Let's see. Being masculine isn't only for man. Yeah. Women can be masculine at times. Yes. Yeah, of course. I've said this before. Every soul on the planet, gender, non-gender, doesn't matter. Every soul on the planet has both masculine and feminine energy. Absolutely. Which must be healed. Let's see. I think I may have skipped. Yeah, mine doesn't do that. She says, I feel that our energies are flipped. Yes, we work with so many folks whose relationships are what we call inverted, right? That the feminine partner is more in her masculine and the masculine partner is more in her feminine. I could speak on this all day long and do, and really provide some insight and perspective for our clients. And so again, continue to follow on the TikTok channel. I know we've made some significant impact and been very important for so many of you, and thank you so much for following and being on our channel. Let's see, guys that I know refuse to listen to you when I send them your posts. Yep. So Sarah, thanks for saying that. I want to speak to that for a second. Guys that I know refuse to listen to you. Yes. So here's the deal. Escorting, suggesting, manipulating, pushing the brochure across the table, saying, hey babe, check this out. That is all emasculating energy. that you are putting forth to your masculine partner. Okay? It doesn't mean that you're emasculating him. You can't emasculate someone. Okay? You know that? You cannot emasculate someone, but it is an emasculating behavior. It's a masculine behavior. Okay? Remember, the masculine gives, the feminine receives. So then she may be thinking, Sarah may be thinking, well, then how in the world do I get my man to heal, to understand, to get knowledge and information? You don't. You don't get a man to do anything. Can I get an amen? Right? Ladies, have you ever gotten a man to do anything without nagging, manipulating, suggesting, telling, screaming? Okay? Happy wife, happy life is bullshit. That is so unhealthy. Okay? The only thing that you're responsible for is your healing. That's the only thing you're responsible for. So remember, the feminine communicates primarily through I feel statements. So instead of sending them my TikTok channel, say, I feel so amazing when I listen to this particular TikTok influencer. And that's it. Okay? And you repeat that and you be consistent in that because it's the truth. And the masculine will receive emotion more than he will thoughts. Thoughts, thinking, masculine. Emotions and feelings, feminine. Okay? So, when Paige, my partner, says, I feel whatever she feels, I perk up. Because it's also an opportunity in which to serve, give, take care of her, protect her, provide for her. Okay? But I understand, we integrate this. We teach this. We coach this. We live this every single day. So I get it. But essentially, when Paige is expressing a feeling, I'm there. It's my responsibility as the masculine to receive her feelings and take action. Okay? So in an ideal world, Sarah would love to say, I feel so excited when I listen to David Lee. Then her masculine partner, in an ideal world, in a healing, integrated world, that masculine partner would step up and go, I'm going to check this dude out. Why? Because it's the responsibility of the masculine man to get his, quote, PhD in his woman. Learn her, know her, see her, listen to her. Okay? I'm setting standards here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? These are the new standards that you want to integrate into your relationships. And this has nothing to do with dating or marriage. It has to do with relationships. All relationships, based, honestly. Work relationships, friendships, marriage, situationships, which we should stay out of. Okay? Ladies, do not subject yourself to a situationship. Okay? That is below you. Set a new standard. All right. I'm going to take one more question. I'm going to take one more question. All right. And then I'm going to hop off because I'm going to get on with my day. You're so welcome. Thank you so much for this wonderful information. You are so welcome. Keep following. Agree 100%. Thank you. Let's see. Last question I will say. And by the way, keep following. Jump into our next coaching event that's coming up on February 6th at 7 p.m. Central. It's free. It's complimentary. Paige and I will get onto a Zoom call live and answer your questions about relationship, polarity, healing, sex, intimacy, whatever you want to bring forward when it comes to making your relationship, which, by the way, the most important relationship in your life is the relationship you have with yourself. Okay? But the most integrated, aligned, mature, elevated romantic relationship, okay, involves your healing first. Okay? So please come to our free complimentary coaching event. We have them once a month. So come to the next one. It's Monday, February 6th at 7 o'clock p.m. All right, last question. Here we go, and then I'm out. Let's see. Vex, how do you become submissive as the breadwinner? Such a good question. I will answer this. This will be the capstone. This will be the final question. And again, thank you for being here live. So appreciate you. And thanks for being a follower. And thanks for supporting what we're doing. Keep following, share our stuff. So how does she become submissive? She says, and she is the breadwinner. This is tough. And I know there's a lot of amazing women that follow me on TikTok who are the breadwinner, who perhaps are unattached. They are not married. They are single, whatever you want to say. And they own their own business, and congratulations for that. That's amazing. How do you become submissive? How do you surrender? How do you soften into your feminine energy? You must take care of you. Okay? It has little regard to who's making the money. Okay? It has everything to do with, and by the way, making money is masculine. Okay? all the masculine tasks that you are doing in your breadwinning, okay, if you own your own business, if you are working, ladies, okay, most of what you're doing at work is masculine. So you must find those moments throughout your day, not just when you get home or before, but throughout the day where you can soften into your feminine energy. Get outside, get some sunshine, take a walk, take a yoga class at noon, breath work, meditation, journaling, okay? All of these are super, super important to get a touch point, into your integrated feminine energy. You must return to the woman, to the little girl for some playtime during the day, okay? You must make the time to do this because it's about you. So how do you become submissive in your role as the breadwinner? You must become submissive and surrender to yourself first. And again, we have courses available for the women out there who really want to understand this integration, to really understand what surrender, what the feminine energetic really is, to begin your journey through your trauma healing, to truly understand the woman that is inside of you. I promise. You have everything you need inside of you. Gentlemen and women who are on this live right now, you have everything you need inside of you. What you need is co-regulation. What you need is expertise. What you need is coaching. What you need is those that you can trust who provide safety and security to help you navigate this journey. Okay, and that's what we provide, by the way. So that's the final question. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to check out any other comments before I jump off. Can I just please drop those questions into my Q&A link if you have some more, so I can get them in the queue, and I will do everything I can to answer those questions. This has been helpful. Thanks. Enjoyed the blessings. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes. Oh, I need to breathe at work. Yes, absolutely. Breath work. By the way, last thing, 4-5-6 breath. It's one of our somatic healings. 4-5-6. Breathe in for 4. Hold for 5. Breathe out for 6. Super simple. 4-5-6 breath. Okay. You can do that throughout your day to help regulate your nervous system, ladies, and that will bring you back to your feminine energy. Okay. I'm out of here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being here. I'm going to try to figure out how to end this. I think it's up here. Thank you for following. Drop another comment. Send me more questions. Follow us every single day. We'll take care. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.